Hi there, welcome to Rider, Bonsai and Cacti. In this episode, we're going to talk about this tree. It's a wild prunus tree, and it's growing on my own property. And I think we're going to do a Yamadori or urban dory. For me, the interesting part of this tree is the bottom part. It's thick, it has movement, you see, and but the thing is, I'm not sure yet how much to take off. I mean, there are multiple options. I could take this off, but this whole part is too straight for me, for my liking. I could take this off and try to turn this into a new leader. I could also cut it here and try to make this branch into a new leader. Maybe, as you see, maybe put this and try to make this into a leader, or uh, make this into a leader. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I even thought about because cutting it here and trying to develop sort of a crown from there. I'm not sure yet. But first things first, let's dig it out. Well, I dug it out of the ground, and here is the result. As you can see, I cut a piece of the top off and some of the side branches. The thing is, it was buried quite deep in the ground, so we I this part was in the ground up until here, and this is a nice thick trunk. You can see I got some fibrous roots, maybe not too many, but I think it's enough. So I will prepare the table and then we can put it up. So it's a bit of a struggle because it's a tall tree and I wanted to cut the top off while you were looking. So let me prepare the pot for now by putting two pieces of wire. I often use this type of wire to tie trees in. It's a copper wire with a plastic mantle. It's electricity wire. Why do I like using this? Well, first of all, it's flexible and it's cheap. It's cheaper than the bonsai wire, and I have to say I like cheap, to be very honest. So, as you can see, I put it in like this. Of course, I prepared this movie very well, so I put my substrate this far away from the table that I have to walk there to get it. As I said, this is the tree. To be honest, let me see. I hope you can see everything. The part which I want to cut is this. I want to cut this, and then this will be the new lever, or probably even this will be the new lever, and this is going to be cut off This is going to be a new leader, I think. And then I hope, of course, that here some more branches will start to develop. You never know. You never know how this works. But to be able to put it up correctly, I need to cut this. So let me see if I can do this while you all are looking. I'm going to, for now, do this with the big lopper, and then later I can, there it goes. Later I can um, make it nice, make it more nice with my, um, well, the knob cutter or something. But for now, I think, to be honest, oh, it's really burning. For now, to be honest, I think we are okay. And okay, I mean, I'm going to try and wire this tree in nicely. So, so as you can see, I'm planting it at an angle so I can uh, develop already a little bit at an angle. It was in an angle in the pot, or sorry, it was in an angle in the ground. So this wire is only here to give a little bit of support. So, and now we're going to put some substrate in. Which is the substrate I always use? Quarter uh, planting soil for normal trees, a quarter fine chopped pine bark, a quarter perlite, and a quarter lava rock. And sometimes for evergreens I put a little bit of akadama in, but that's not something I'm doing for now. Not for deciduous trees. So, because the tree doesn't have too many fibrous roots, I want to be able to keep the fibrous roots, which are here, to keep them. And not cut them off, even though they actually stick up a bit, but I want to keep them. And what I often do, it's a little bit difficult to show you, but with this is I take a piece of wire and I put it in, and this helps keeping the roots, down. So let's see. I still think it's a very nice tree. I had thought of making it into a small tree, and to be honest, I think it's going to be a little bit more tall than I thought, which isn't a problem because it still is an impressive trunk. It still has an impressive trunk. Try to make sure that the substrate is nicely packed underneath the roots, so there are no air pockets. And I know everybody knows about air pockets, and the reason we do this with a chopstick, or in this case something which looks like a chopstick and can be used as a chopstick, but as I said, the tree doesn't have too many roots, so I'm doing my best to give this tree every possibility of surviving. So let's make sure this tree has all the possibilities of surviving. I like this tree a lot. Look at the trunk. Here we have a scar. The place where this tree was growing, this is well, actually this wasn't a seedling. This was, I think, a root of an old tree which gave a new tree. It was developed into a new tree. We had some trees we cut there because next year I want to make that place into our bonsai garden. So there was no use in keeping this tree there. There was absolutely no use in keeping this tree there. So I thought, let's do this. As you can see, this is the tree, and what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to, well, leave these two, even though, see, here's one. So even though I have to say I don't think we're going to be using them, but you never know. I think this is a little bit too straight, but the way you are looking at it, well, can be. This is too long. This is not going to be a leader, so what I'm going to do is cut this off. Later I'm going to put some cut paste here on the big job, the big wound, and I'm going to put some cut paste there. So what are we going to do next? I think we are going to develop this as a leader. There's some nice uh, movement. So what we can do is leave two buds here. Well, actually I think this is a bud, this is a bud, and that's a bud. So let's leave three and then cut it. And then the leader. I have two options. Option one, leave it because it will thicken this leader. Option two is cutting it off, hoping it will give some ramification. We have some budding here, and then get some ramification. And I think that's exactly what I want to do. So, one, two, three buds. Maybe this is also a bud. Yeah, I think so. So, three buds. So, what we're going to do is cut it here and this is it. Take this. And then this is it. As I said, it's a wild prunus. And if you think this is a tree which is old, well, I have to disappoint because it's not terribly old. This is a tree which grew in that place, as I said, a root sucker. So connected to a bigger root, I think, and probably that gave a lot of energy. But this is, I think, maximum 3 years old. So they grow very fast. This kind of tree grows very fast, and not only that, but if you leave them in the ground, um, then they will develop rather quickly. As I said, we have another one there, which I already prepared last year with some cutting. So it was a little bit better prepared to become a bonsai, but that one still has leaves, so I want to wait until the leaves are off. So I'm sure that the tree is totally in winter modus, in hibernation, let's say. Part of me says it would be very nice if I cut it here and then develop, but I think the way I look at this now, it's better to try and see if we can leave it like this. Clean this up at the back. This is not nice, but clean it up and then make it more nice. So I think I'm going to do that later. I think we can cut that off also. It's going to be too long. The best part would be if it would give a crown here. So, well, that was it for today. It's starting to rain, and first of all, I don't like to be in the rain, and second of all, I don't want to uh, let my telephone get wet. So this is it for now. Um, or maybe you think we shall show us the whole tree. So I'm going to do that. Maybe the pot is a little bit big, I don't know, but not for now. It has to develop. I think this is a very nice angle too. Only then you see the big scar there. But in time, when it develops and heals over a bit, then maybe this, if I clean it up, of course, then maybe this is going to be a very nice feature. I don't know. We just have to see. For now, I think this is a, well, maybe this. This is the best front. This. Let me see. Do I have a piece of wire? Nope, of course not. So I think this is the best front. So something like this. But that's not something we have to worry about now. It's something after we have in the street, which we will decide. Well, for now, this is it. Thank you very much for watching. Um, this is the front. I think this is a very nice front. This gives very nice movement in the whole trunk. Um, as I said, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.